he opened up Thunder King Vanities. So I lost. So I'll be here with you live in the booth for as much as we can this event. It's been a while since I've done this. This is going to be a learning experience for me, as well as you. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this deck, I will try my best. It looks like the gentleman here on the left is running our combo deck, while the gentleman on the right is running Burning Abyss. Do we take your time on the names? Did I lose to this deck? No, I lost to time round 1. I pulled off all of the combos my deck had. The Naturia Beast Invoker play, multiple destruction. But it looks like our gentleman here on the right is opening up the set back row, or set monster in 3 back rows. I'm not sure how this zombie OTK handles multiple back rows. He probably hopes to play against a lot of Necroz decks without back rows. Looks like he has a 1 Day of Peace. Looks like Photon Thrasher, Instant Fusion. Rhoda. Looks like he has a lot of cycling in his hand. And the fact that he's going with Instant Fusion, alright, this is probably not good for our combo player. I actually know this gentleman here on the left who's playing combo. He played a Bazoo with me last week at the Yu-Gi-Oh event. So Vanny's Eminence is off the field, so luckily for our combo player, he'll be able to hopefully try and regroup in the following turn. Trevor, do we have some names? Looks like table 3. The gentleman on the left's name is Matt. Oh, yeah, perfect. The Blue-Blooded Oni deck versus the Burning Abyss deck. So Summoner Monk, another one of the important pieces to this combo. I know it involves that. Black Garden. I am not positive if you can OTK without Black Garden. I'm pretty sure the premise of the deck requires Black Garden. But in Mind Crush on Armageddon Night. Wow, so if Matt can win this game, it's going to be very impressive and very scary for those of us who are going to the Nationals event next week. If he can OTK through both Mind Crush and Emptiness on the first turn. And Solemn Warning. This is going to be quite a game for Matt if he can come out of this. But Adam's down to 1 back row, so as the OTK player, whittling down the back rows is really the only thing you can do. It's kind of like Infernities were a few formats ago. Assuming that Adam just draws a string of Burning Abyss monsters, which essentially do nothing in this match, he'll be in pretty good shape. Looks like Adam has a Mind Crush in his hand that he's unable to set or unwilling to set. Here's the Blue-Blooded Oni himself. This card allows you to detach an Exceed material monster from an Exceed you have on the field, and I believe special summon a zombie from the grave. That might be a bit of a... You have to summon Blue-Blooded Oni himself. You can't just summon any zombie? Okay, you can summon any zombie. Yeah, you summon all zombies. It's just that this deck is going to be summoning Blue-Blooded Onis. Yeah, he didn't warning the monk effect. That was a bit unusual. And here we have the Reptilian that can be special summoned. Kagataki or something along those lines. And we have Book of Moon. All right, so now Matt here has no back rows. And Adam has no back rows. I'm curious if Matt is able to pull off the OTK with this situation. And this is kind of unusual, but for all intents and purposes, Matt actually might be able just to win the game through damage. Adam has a Mind Crush in hand with no other cards in hand, and a Burning Abyss that I'm not positive. He's got a Giant Hand in his... Jesus. Matt is going all out with this combo deck. Got the Giant Hands and everything. And I think that's what Matt is calculating now, is that he might audible into trying to OTK, or trying to avoid the OTK and simply just win through damage, which is probably not something that he does quite often. I know when he does the OTK, he has a variety of options, from looping Ouroboros to decking the opponent out if they max C, a variety of things. Again, I haven't necessarily seen it in action, and I'm hoping that he's able to pull off the combo. He is 2-0, sitting here at table 3. So he's clearly been able to pull off this combo at some capacity this event. And I can confirm that Blue-Blooded Oni summons 1 level 4 zombie monster in your graveyard. So he's thinking through a Laval Chain. He might have cards like Mizuki in his deck. I'm not positive on this. And no, Summoner Monk. Oh, he's stacking Summoner Monk. I think that's what he's doing. This must mean that Monk on the following turn is game. Yeah, he's definitely stacking. Oh, you have the life points backwards. Okay, well, Matt is actually even closer to just outright winning this game. And he attacks into a Burning Abyss that I'm having difficulty telling. Okay, the one that sends... Yeah, I mean, Adam only has Mind Crush in hand, so there's a good likelihood... I'm not sure I would have activated 1 Day of Peace. He doesn't know that he has Mind Crush in hand, but he's in a winning position to just win outright. I guess we'll see what happens. Looks like he has a trap card in the middle in Adam's hand. I couldn't quite make out what that was.
Oh, I should just do this over there.
Hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. Is that Fire Lake? Yeah, it looks like Fire Lake. Yeah, that's not going to do much for him. Fire Lake and a trap I couldn't tell. Oh, terraforming, yeah. Well, Matt is in position to win the game now if this goes uninterrupted. And he has an Into the Void in his hand as well.
This deck's so crazy.
Mind Crush, Blackguard. Okay. So, yeah, that was the trap for the previous turn. I should have known that. So now it's just Fire Lake. Can Matt pull off an OTK? Or just put on 2,100 more points of damage, which isn't that difficult, seeing us out. Well, there's Mizuki in the grave.
Somehow we found a glare spot
despite our
all
best
our
efforts.
drapes.
Yeah. Feels like we're playing in someone's bedroom with all these drapes. All right, here we go.
Him down.
He's going to go for it. Adam has nothing. This is a pretty aggressive play for Matt. It's almost worth it to just try and naturally win through damage, but at this point, he's already committed to it. I played round 1 for the style point, so Matt might as well. Don't let him play it through. I don't even know if Adam knows what's going on.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
He just is just like, oh, that was enough damage to win the game. We'll proceed.
We didn't even fully showcase this deck.
Yeah, we were unable to fully showcase this deck. Set the timer to 10 hours. Yeah, so if this deck were to go off on its combo, if you were to make a play every 2 seconds, the entirety of the deck will go... He's got Necros in there? That's crazy. I have no idea why he has Necros in there.
Does he side into the Gymlock or something?
That's
He's
hilarious.
siding 3 Lance, 2 Maxi, 1 Emptiness.
Yeah.
He's playing Eclipse. That's
like I was saying,
choice.
yeah, if you were to make a play every 2 seconds, this deck, in theory, can go on for over half an hour. Yes, I am out already. I lost round 1, as you saw on stream, just to Djinlock game 1. Game 2, I styled on him with the Droll and Lockbird multiple destruction combo. Game 3, I styled on him again with the Nap Beast Invoker combo, but I lost in time. I would have won. He had no outs in his deck. We talked about it afterwards. He had Decisive Armor, but he had no way of summoning a Necros monster. So he would have lost had we continued. He actually drew a Manju on the last turn of time to make it so that he could search Valak, and I just lost. And then last round, I was playing against Satellar Knights, and I was in pretty good shape early on in game 1. I was using Emerald's effect, and I had just searched the Unicorn by ditching a Bryanek to put me at 3 monsters. Off that Emerald effect, I drew Unicorn. For my turn, I drew Unicorn, and then he Mind Crushes all 3 Unicorns. So I lost pretty quickly after that. In the following game, he opened up with Thunder King Vanity's Emptiness, and I lost.
That's how she goes.
Yeah. Yeah. I was in a situation where I had Valk on the field in game 2, and if I used its effect, I'd be able to attempt to summon Trishula into his back rows. And even if he had Mind Crush, which is what I was hoping he had, I had Valk in hand, so I could just resummon another Valk. And the reason I did this is because if he had Mind Crush on his following turn, he could Altair into Honor Arc or some other Exceed monster and just Mind Crush the Valk or the Trishula in my hand. So I made the play to try and summon Trishula versus back rows, and he flipped Emptiness and then summoned Thunder King. So that went downhill pretty quickly. So a little bit of unfortunate events thus far in this event.
Hopefully next format there's some certain cards banned, like Shin,
Yeah.
Emptiness, Mistake.
Sure. But hopefully. That was my tournament experience. I haven't not had much fun playing recently. I don't understand how people play this format. It's one of the worst I've ever played. But the zombie deck might give us some hope. Some Blue Blood and Oni OTKs. I really want to see this deck in action. Must be tough for Matt now that Secret Village is somewhat popular.
Poden says he thinks he sides into Gymlock.
I saw it. I mean, he
Yeah.
had the Djinlock cards there.
He didn't side into it, I'm pretty sure, but
It's a 50% FTK turn 1. That's pretty good. I mean, Frog FTK was higher than that, but I guess we'll see. All right, looks like we have... Who's he going? Yeah, I'm definitely not going to let him go first. Torgai turn 1 pretty good. Looks like he has Fiend... What's that card? The Fiend Griefing?
yep,
yeah,
that card's good.
that card's pretty good. I don't know the Burning Abyss names very well.
Tahan
Is
won
that
a match
Seer?
with it last weekend.
Yeah, I mean, the card's definitely very good. That's one of the main reasons you play this deck. Let's see, is he going to hit something good? Oh, yeah, that looks pretty...
Skarm.
It's hard to tell the Burning Abyss, but yeah, that's definitely above average mill. Oh, he's got Mask Change. That might pose a problem.
Oh.
I don't think the deck works very well against Macrocosmos, but it doesn't look like he has it in hand, so... Really, the question is, what traps does Adam have to try and combat what Matt's about to try and do?
That's
And Foolish Bow,
Cagna, I believe. Foolish. That's Seer.
Oh, there's Seer. He didn't already have a Seer? What was the other monster?
It was Graph.
Oh, it was Graph?
Graph summons from the deck, Seer
Oh,
summons
yeah,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
grave.
I just couldn't tell their picture.
Yep.
So that makes sense. Double Dante.
I had the same problem for quite a while until I played the deck. Libic, Divine Wrath, and Mistake.
So, Adam's only... Yeah, at this point... Well, search. Is it double Fiend Griefing in hand? I don't know.
Nope, one's Warning.
Oh, one's Warning. All right. That's good. If it was double Fiend Griefing, he might be in trouble. I'm not sure how that card interacts with the combo. No, it probably interacts well, because you have to put the blue bunny Onis back. Yeah, never mind. Never mind what I just said. Fiend Griefing's probably very...
You also get to ditch a Burning Abyss monster.
Yeah.
And get their effect.
Yeah, that's obviously strong.
Black
Matt
Garden.
definitely wants to go first with this deck.
Let me read this card.
Yeah, Black Garden. When you summon a monster, your opponent gets an 800 attack token in attack mode, a plant token. It also reduces the attack of all monsters that are normal and special summoned. And what it allows you to do in this deck is tribute off the plants that it produces off a Summoner Monk summon and summon I don't know, something from the graveyard. I'm not sure how the combo moves past there. I just know it's an important part.
Yep.
By utilizing the tokens that it generates. So his road to target is Armageddon Knight. See, what Armageddon Knight does is it's going to ditch the 800 attack Summoner Monk, and then you can Black Garden and summon back the 800 attack Summoner Monk. The problem is here.
Solemn Warning.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would have played Black Garden yet.
He could have warning the Black Garden.
Is that legal?
I believe so.
I have
it's
no
a
idea.
card that special summons.
I know, but they can't do that to Infernity Launcher anymore. So.
Oh.
Yeah, Matt's
You
gonna
can
have
still
to
do it to Macrocosmos.
Yeah, this is true. I lost in the top 32 of a YCS because of that. All right, so it looks like Matt here is holding an Eclipse, a Foolish Burial, an Oni, and a random level 4 monster that can be special summoned. So I forget they have so many of them. From Photon Thrasher. I think this is one's the little hippo guy.
What? Which one?
The guy he's got in his hand. This little hippo man.
Dinotherium?
Yeah, that guy.
It's yeah, you just
Yeah.
special summon it.
Fiend Grieving is so sick for this deck. You're right, Bowden. Took me a second to think about it, but yeah, he's going to put the Onis back if the OTK loop were to begin, and then that's just going to be tough for him to handle. Matt? Alright, so that's an unusual way to do tokens, I feel like. Tokens go in attack mode, I thought.
I can look up Black Garden.
I once played a deck with Black Garden way back in the Intellidad format. There was one regional where you could play 3 Dandelions.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you can play triple Dandelion, triple Polynosis, triple Solemn, triple
Dark
Dark
Bride. Yeah,
Bride.
in attack position, but
Yeah.
that's not the monster summon.
Alright, so Farfa's going to trigger here.
Let me look up Dinotherium first. Yeah, so that's the monster summoned by Dinotherium.
Oh, okay.
By special summoning.
Oh, that's crazy. That is actually insane because you get Armageddon Knight effect.
Yeah.
Well, what happened to the... Does that trigger off special summons? Black Garden?
Yes.
Yeah, we have to go over there and stop them. There's a lot of... Oh, they both have a token. Oh, the die are the tokens. Okay.
Okay. It's easy to miss the dice because...
yeah, sorry about that. So those 2 orange dice on the table are Black Garden tokens. Yeah. So after all of this, Adam still has his Fiend Griefing. So yeah, that one token actually will stop Adam from making any additional Exceed plays. Stake, Vanity's Emptiness. Those are 3 cards that Matt's glad to see milled. See, this is a deck that Matt really wants to go first. I would love Matt to just go first in Game 3. We should keep milling trap cards. That's pretty funny. So does Black Garden have the attack of special summon monsters too?
Yeah, apparently.
Yes. So that is a 700 attack Armageddonite. The Dantes remain at essentially 2,500 though. It only affects monsters that are special summoned after Black Garden's been active. So can Matt pull it off through Fiend Griefing? That's the big question here. Okay. And Matt gets a token. Oh, and he has the burn guy, I believe. All right. So we'll be going to game 3 between Matt and Adam. Will Matt be able to pull off the OTK here in the third game? I'm curious how he's siding. You have the inclination or the half want to just side out Lance and everything that interacts with your opponent and just go for the OTK to the max potential. Putting them in, yeah, he's putting back into the void. He's probably going to side out the Lances. Just make it so that you have the highest likelihood of just going off on the first turn. Yeah, he's going to side out Emptiness. He'll side out maybe Lance. No, or Lance I guess stays in. At least Lance is a spell. Max C he'll side out. Yeah, it's all about just trying to OTK. So he's going to put back in the Into the Void, seeing as how he's going first, and one of those little reptiles. Maximize the likelihood of him opening the FTK. Which, going first, is probably the best thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
It's really difficult. There's lots of decks in the history of the game that are like this, where, like, Wind-Up Loop, should I keep in Max C's Game 3, or should I keep in one of the combo pieces? It's always tough to decide how you want to approach Games 2 and 3 with strict combo decks like this.
I talked to the guy, and he said round 1, his opponent didn't know what was going on, and he Max C'd him. So he just decked him out.
Yes, Max C, you just get decked out.
You can special summon, like, infinitely, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he might not have enough cards to... I mean, at least they're spells, too. That's a big... Not a big reason, but it's definitely a reason to keep out Emptiness, because it's a trap and you can't discard off Monk. The fact that some of these fringe cards, like Lance and Book of Eclipse, are spells, at least makes it that you have some type of utility if you were to draw Monk, which is very likely with this deck. So Garden, Into the Void, Monk, Spell, Armageddonite, and I think he has it.
Oh, yeah, he has a Foolish Burial also?
Yeah, so if Adam doesn't have any interaction, which it doesn't look like he does, we will be seeing Matt pull off an FTK.
It might take a while.
Yes, I hope you're all seated. Got a nice refreshment in front of you. This would be a good time
to grab some popcorn.
Yep, we'll watch. He will not be going into Giant Hand. He will be FTKing his opponent on this turn. You saw that when Matt opened his hand. He kind of gave it a little nod.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a learning experience for all of us. I am not 100% positive how this works from this point. I know you somehow in some capacity needed to get to this stage.
Yeah. I know how to get to the stage. I don't know really
what to do. So now he's using Blue Blood Oni's effect to detach the final piece of Lava Chain. And now he's got two Blue-Blooded Onis, which will allow him to go into the second copy of Lava Chain. Matt's thinking. I'm pretty sure he has it. The cards he has seem so powerful.
I think he sends a Mizuki or the third one or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine there's something he can. I trust him. Matt's a good player. He played Bazoo with me last week. He knows how to play his combo.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't play my deck, but he saw me on Saturday kind of talking about what my deck was.
He's pretty upset we put him on feature this round.
Why?
He's like, I only have like an hour of practice with this deck.
All right, so we get Lava Chain's effect. He's going to ditch. And now he's going to summon either Zombie Master or another Mizuki in the grave or a Blue-Blooded Oni.
He did not play the Foolish Burial yet.
Yeah, he still has Foolish Burial. So, I mean, I trust that Matt will be able to pull this off.
Yeah, there's the Foolish.
Again, I can't criticize his play from this point. I'm not exactly positive on everything that's going on here. So what he's going to do here is use Mizuki's effect to get back the Zombie Master, ditch his last Mantra in hand to summon back the Blue-Blooded Oni. Now the Blue-Blooded Oni can detach the final Blue-Blooded Oni off the Lava Chain and summon out a Blue-Blooded Oni. And now the two Lava Chains, and this is why this deck is possible, summons into this monster here that is a Exceed of Exceeds. Now the Blue-Blooded Onis are going to be able to detach off of the Exceeds that he's creating here to... Yeah, now you see...
Oh.
Yes, now he's going to...
He's doing the cowboy version.
He's just going to cowboy him up. I guess you can do it that way. So now he's created a loop where he's going to be able to detach the Blue-Blooded Onis to summon back Blue-Blooded Onis. These blue-blooded Onis are going to detach off of these Exceed guys, and he's just going to loop Gaga Cowboy 10 times on the opening turn here.
Yep.
Or if he wanted, he could Ouroboros all of Adam's cards away. There's a kind of a variety of things you can do.
I don't know what takes longer, but
He's shaking his head. He might have made a mistake. I'm not... Yeah, it seems as though he might have made a mistake with his combo here, which is unfortunate. Yeah. Well. Yeah, Adam is
yeah.
lucky he's getting another turn. That's all right. I mean, it's a very complicated deck. Yeah, this is one of the most complicated decks in quite some time. And as Matt said, he only practiced a run hour before the event, so it's all right.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Well, yeah, he shouldn't have used Cowboy's effect there. He needs to have the material to detach. Well, we'll see how this goes. He needs to get all 3 Onis. Once you have access to all 3 Onis, they'll begin a essential infinite loop. So he has all 3 Onis from this point. I mean, it's very possible that he can salvage this game. It really depends on how the mills go. Was that a rubric? Oh, no, it must have been. Couldn't tell. It's tough. Milling is so quick.
Yeah.
I mean, which I guess wouldn't be that bad for Matt. I mean, he needs really for Adam's mills to be bricks for this turn at least. He needs to try and get to next turn somewhat unopposed. So, no, he's not going with that one. Going with Scarm. Is that one Scarm? I don't know their
That
names.
is Scarm.
I know what their effects
That is-
are. I just don't know
okay.
their names.
That is the one that searches.
Yes. So if you're in Adam's shoes here, kind of in the dark as to what your opponent's trying to do, seeing as how it didn't work in its entirety. And, all right, yeah, he's in good shape. Matt is in good shape. Matt, the Mind Crush and the Chaos Trapple is really tough. Yeah, the Cowboy doesn't.
That doesn't really matter.
I'm not sure if it does. Can you? I guess you could probably win somehow without Cowboy, but it might be easier to win if you have access to Cowboy.
I mean, you need to recycle it anyway, so I don't think it matters if it's in the grave because you like cycle through.
Oh yeah,
three
you go
emeralds.
Emerald. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes all sense in the world. That was kind of silly. So he's gonna have Mind Crush and Chaos Trapple.
Okay, that
Well,
might
he's
be
thinking
pretty
about
bad.
MST. I mean, at this point, he saw that Black Garden was in some way. Oh, this is a mistake. Now he has no way. Oh, he's gonna have a search end phase. Yeah, he's in good shape. Never mind. Yeah, he's got all the searches. All the searches. Yeah. No reason to even think about it then. What does this Exceed do? I have no idea. What's even called?
It's like Utopic.
Super Exceed Ban.
I'll search for World Superstars.
All right, what does this Super Exceed do?
Yeah, find in this list first. Utopic Future.
Is he the one?
2 exceeds monsters same rank.
Not be destroyed by battle. Neither player takes any battle damage involving this. At the end of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can take control of that opponent's monster until the end of the battle phase. If this face-up card is on the field, will be destroyed by a card effect. You can detach one instead. And he's got 0 attack. Does he actually have just 0 attack? That's weird.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So I think he just passed the turn back to Adam, who's kind of going off. A bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
That's the end of the game. Adam somehow trekked his way through there. Yeah, once Matt fizzled